Joe Rogan becomes the latest celebrity to blast Blake Lively and Ryan.
Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing.
Bro, Blake Lively, talk about ruin your reputation, and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, they fucked up. Ryan's trying to get out of it now. He's trying to get out of the lawsuit, and they're like, you are a key part of this.
This is asked to leave the White House. Then he appeared on Fox News and said he thinks he can still salvage his relationship with President Trump, which is like Justin Baldoni saying, I'd love to work with Blake again.
Working with Blake Lively on the set of It Ends With Us. Justin Baldoni dropped a number of text messages with crew members detailing just how difficult Blake Lively was to work.
Joe Rogan's bombshell allegations about his wife Blake Lively have apparently scared Ryan Reynolds, who is known for his quick wit and charming nature. Rogan believes that Lively has been working on a covert project that could endanger Reynolds' career and reputation. As speculation grows, many are anxious to learn the truth behind Rogan's audacious accusations and how Reynolds is handling the unexpected controversy. Revelation has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, leaving fans wondering what secrets might be hiding beneath the surface of their seemingly perfect marriage.
Ruin a guy's livelihood by using the Me Too movement?
Because they were trying to take over the movie.
Yeah.
They were trying to take over the movie and the whole franchise. He owned the franchise. The whole thing's crazy. And he's suing the New York Times, and he's got a great case
there, too. He's going hard in the paint. But that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
It's like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
Yeah.
He did it for the boys.
Exactly. You got to do it.
You need real motherfuckers to be like, nah, man, I ain't going out like this.
Yeah, especially a guy like that. It was like known as being like this really sweet, nice guy.
Yep.
And then it's like, all right,
dude, he posted the receipts.
Oh,
he's like, oh, remember our text exchange?
How about she told him to come into the dressing room while she was breastfeeding? And then part of the complaint was that he came into the dressing room while I was breastfeeding. Like, you literally have a text exchange back and forth. They just never thought that anybody was going to come out with the receipts.
Because no one's ever done it, because everyone usually just bows down.
Because everyone's scared.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Reynolds, A-list, Blake Lively, A-list. Like, they're the queens.
According to Rogan and Brandon Shaw, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds blew it by becoming embroiled in a court battle with Justin Baldwin. It has been said that Lively tried to seize control of a movie franchise that belonged to Baldwini. They talked about how the franchise, which was based on a series of books, was initially Baldwini's, but Lively and Reynolds allegedly used the number Me to force him out.
Spot on. Brandon and Joe are spot on, and it's just encouraging to see more big personalities, outlets, celebrities just talking about it realistically and not the way Blake and Hollywood is trying to spin it, which a lot in Hollywood are. Now, clearly Joe's not afraid. He says what he wants. He always has. But still, it's still a massive, big platform. And to see him out there talking about it honestly and actually sharing the proper facts can't help Blake and Ryan. They must not like seeing such big personalities and people with so much sway, but being out there calling it out for what it is, because let's be honest, Hollywood doesn't like that. They don't like us being honest. They don't like us telling you the truth. They try to to massage everything into their...
Judge Louis J. Lyman recently characterized the ongoing legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni as a feud between PR firms. The lawsuits against each other are scheduled to go to trial on March 9, 2026, as prominent figures like Ryan Reynolds, The New York Times, and publicist Leslie Sloan try to distance themselves from Baldoni's growing $400 million defamation and extortion suit.
Baldoni's lawsuit is 179 pages, so in case you don't have time to read through it all, I want to read you a direct quote from the complaint that essentially summarizes everything that Baldoni is alleging. He says, Lively wields immense power as one of the world's best-known celebrities. She set out to destroy plaintiffs' livelihoods and businesses if they did not bend to her incessant demands, and when they refused to give way, she did exactly that, accusing them of foul and reprehensible sexual misconduct. Now, I reached out to Baldoni's attorney, who tells me that they have copious amounts of text messages and emails and other evidence that they say proves that Baldoni did nothing wrong. I reached out to a representative for Blake and Ryan. They have not responded yet.
So Blake Lively files to dismiss $400 million lawsuit, calling it an abuse of the legal system. But what does this mean exactly? Let's break it down. So this actually isn't headline news. Just this week, Ryan Reynolds also filed to dismiss the lawsuit, but what does it mean? So this is specifically referring to Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against them. They want the judge to dismiss Baldoni's lawsuit against them, like saying, hey judge, we don't deserve to be sued. Can you please just get him away from us? Her publicist Leslie Sloan and the New York Times have also filed motions to dismiss, but why is this so important right now? because the judge just settled the protective order dispute, which means the next phase is to move into discovery, which means digging up the text messages, digging up the emails, deposing people, Taylor Swift. And along with a motion to dismiss, we have Leslie Sloan and the New York Times, and presumably next will be Blake and Ryan, are filing a motion to stay discovery, meaning they don't want to move into discovery just yet until the judge decides on all of their motions to dismiss. Long story short, it's a delay tactic. It seems like they don't want to move into discovery, probably because discovery is going to get very messy. Again, the text messages, the emails, we're going to get into all the records. We're going to get into the depositions. Taylor Swift, Hugh Jackman, Bradley Cooper. You know for a fact, Brian Friedman is coming for all of them in the depositions. Now, why might Khaleesi and her dragons want to delay the discovery process? One theory is that we have another simple favor. The official premiere is coming out soon, so we may not want to taint that any further, right? Oh, but there's a bigger reason we may want to delay this process. This very, very messy process. Bigger than another simple favor, Ryan Reynolds' company is about to go public. Sounds like a very lucrative deal. Now, we wouldn't want to hurt any chances of a really big sale by having messy details about this messy lawsuit come out. Might also be why Ryan Reynolds came out so hard, doubling down on calling Justin Baldoni a predator in his motion to dismiss this week. I don't know, just a theory, but the timing's a little convenient. Am I right? Of all of them, I would say the New York Times has the strongest chance of getting their motion to dismiss granted because there are special privileges that the press does have, and we're learning how they, in my opinion, abuse those privileges, but they have the strongest case in a motion to dismiss, in my opinion, but we'll see. I doubt Blake or Leslie Sloan or Ryan Reynolds will get dismissed. The New York Times might, but I'm predicting Brian Friedman's going to come back swinging pretty hard to keep them in this.
However, by making fun of Reynolds for his March 18th dismissal motion and implying that the Deadpool star and Lively had hidden agendas in their involvement, Joe Rogan has fanned the flames. Despite the lack of concrete proof, Rogan conjectured that the Hollywood power couple sought to control the entire film franchise. In addition to Balvin's own caustic comments,
then Justin Baldoni's attorney has just shot back at Blake Lively's motion to dismiss. Blake is abusing the legal system. 3 exclamation points. Brian Friedman tells TMZ Miss Lively's recent motion to dismiss herself from the self-concocted disaster she initiated is one of the most abhorrent examples of abusing our legal system. Friedman says stringent rules are put into place to protect the innocent and allow individuals to rightfully defend themselves, while noting laws are not meant to be twisted and curated by privileged elites to fit their own personal agenda.
Court of public opinion has already spoken. Everyone's upset at Blake Lively. They're upset at Ryan Reynolds. She's a unique defendant in this case where she's going to be able to use this brand new shiny law. There's not a whole lot of cases that have been decided on it, but it looks very broad. And the way that it's been given, I mean, I have to think that Justin Baldoni's team is looking at this. Of course, they're going to come out publicly and say, this is a bunch of nonsense. You know, this is not a big deal. But if I was the lawyer representing Justin Baldoni on this would be a punch to my gut today. I would be going, uh-oh, what are we going to do with this?
It's a legal judo move for sure on the part of Lively and Baldoni and Friedman and their team. They got to take it very seriously. And I'm sure that they're going to have arguments and they're going to mount,
In a recent episode of the Ho Mandel Does Stuff podcast, which is hosted by comedian Hoy Mandel and his daughter Jack Scholes, comedian Adam Ray played Dr. Phil in order to humorously discuss the ongoing legal battle between actors Justin Baldwin and Blake Lively. The impersonator adds a humorous viewpoint to the grave accusations made, providing a satirical analysis of the issue.
Are you on?
Well, Baldoni looks like what's the word? He's got like a. You remember going to school with that kid that always raised his hand real quick in school for extra credit?
Yeah.
But then he also hit on the recess teacher. Remember? And she was 35 and he was 12.
Right.
But she still was like, well, my husband's going to be gone next week, so maybe come over and make a play kickball. But
now I remember. Yes, I do remember.
Baldoni was the hot kid that could fuck a teacher. So he's got that in his head on a movie set, which is, as Gizmo said,
wow.
Yeah.
According to Lively's complaint, which details several alleged instances of Baloney's misconduct during the filming of the movie, he created a hostile work environment by openly discussing personal, intimate experiences, displaying inappropriate content, and making unsolicited comments about Lively's weight and body. She also claims that after she voiced her concerns, Balon and his production company Wayfarer Studios launched a retaliatory smear campaign in an effort to harm her reputation.
Lively suing Justin Baldoni for sexual harassment was not on my 2024 bingo card, but here we are. In Blake's lawsuit, she is alleging there was a meeting that included her husband, Ryan, where she demanded no more showing of nude photos or images of women to Blake, no more mention of Baldoni's alleged previous porno addiction, no more discussions about sexual conquest in front of Blake and others, no further mentions of cast and crew's genitalia, no more inquiries about Blake's weight, and no more further mention about her father who passed away. It goes on to say no more adding of sex scenes and oral sex or on-camera climaxing outside of the scope of the script that she approved. Justin's lawyer basically said this was Blake's attempt to fix her negative reputation. As we know, this last year, she went from being a Hollywood sweetheart to basically being disliked by the fans.
Although I can't speak to other people's experiences, Hassan Minhaj, who played Marshall in Attend With Us, addressed rumors about on-set tensions among the cast in an interview with Esquire, saying, "Everyone was very professional and kind to me. It was a great experience and everyone was wonderful." Minhaj was shocked to hear about the purported disagreements, stating that he was not aware of any such problems while working on the set.
Attend With Us cast member that still follows Justin Baldoni has made a comment about all of the backlash the movie received, and some of the drama between Justin and Blake. Hassan, who plays the husband of Jenny Slate's character, said that he can't speak to anyone else's experience, but he said that his experience was that everyone was professional and easy to work with. He said it was lovely and everybody was lovely, and afterwards he just ended up feeling a bit disillusioned and confused about everything that was happening in the news. He said it was a very strange, bizarre year, and that as a comic, he was definitely laughing at a lot of moments, which we can totally understand. This already adds to the weirdness that was going on within the cast with Jenny Slate just ignoring questions about Justin. Then Brandon Sklenar's comment about Blake and defending her. I feel like Hassan is giving us an inside look at what it was really like. He even said everybody was professional on set, basically denying that Justin was ever unprofessional. But I don't know. Let us know what you guys think in the comments.
If Joe Rogan's allegations are accurate, what could this imply for Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's future? Is there a covered agenda at work here, or is this just media hype? Blake Lively will be sued, and we're closely examining other parties who will be sued as well. Leave your comments below.